The Against All Odds podcast, sponsored by Oak Forest Recovery. Welcome to the Against All Odds podcast. My name is RJ, and I'm here with co-host Rachel. And today we have David Lascher.
Lascher, yep.
Yeah, and you were a child actor, still an actor.
Yeah, I mean, acting predominantly for like 30 years since I was 16, and then writing, directing, creative directing for the last 10 years.
Wow.
That's so cool.
Rad.
That's so cool.
Rad. So, yeah, where'd you grow up, man? Start from the beginning.
I grew up in Scarsdale, New York, Westchester County, right near you.
Yeah.
And then what brought you out here?
Well, I was doing theater in high school and started doing commercials in New York and got a TV show my junior year of high school called Hey Dude for Nickelodeon. And I lived in Tucson, Arizona for that part of junior year, all of senior year. And then after that, I moved to LA. I got a TV show in LA. And I had gotten into NYU, the Tisch school, and I just kept writing a letter every year, deferring, telling them I'm
You're like, I'm an actor now.
Yeah, they had you had to write a letter showing that you were productive. Like, why should they save your spot? And like after 3 or 4 years of that, I just decided to stay in the profession rather than go study.
So what was that like getting that first job? Hey, dude.
It was amazing. It was the beginning of cable. Like maybe MTV and Nickelodeon had come out like maybe 4 years later, earlier. This was like 1989, 1990. So we didn't really know people were watching it. Like, remember when cable started? It was like, I thought it was cool, but I didn't. It was like, oh, I got this cable show on Nickelodeon. And it took a while to realize that all the kids were watching it. But, we're still, Christine Taylor and I have a podcast called Hey Dude, the 90's called, that we've been doing now for 3 years. And it's all a nostalgic, we talk to people about their experience in the 90's. Like we were just talking about what a great time that decade was. And it was sort of the end of a lot of great ways of life before smartphones and social media.
Before our downfall.
I mean, everybody kind of went their separate ways. Back then, people enjoyed things together, like the same shows, the same movies, the same music. And anyway, but yeah, the cast, we're all still very good friends. And that show was a great experience. It taught me a lot about comedy. We had great writers. Our head writer was this guy, Graham Yost, who like right after Hey Dude wrote the movie Speed and then ended up writing Band of Brothers and Justified, and Emmy Award winning writer.
Wow. And you're sober, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So was drugs and alcohol taking any part back then, or?
I think about it. I was not a big drinker in high school. I started smoking pot on the set of Hey Dude, or, back at the hotel. One of the other actors was a big pothead. And I don't know. I started to love pot and I smoked weed. I mean, I would just be honest, like every day through my 20s.
Yeah.
And I was highly functional. I had some of the most productive years of my life. Stoned.
Yeah.
And looking back, it's crazy because at some point pot had the reverse effect. Like I was just completely paranoid. I don't know how I would go in front of cameras.
Yeah, that's crazy to me thinking about. We all we've talked about this frequently on the podcast. It's like almost like a switch flips and all of us, it's never the same ever again.
I think when you're young, at least for me, like life was easy, you know, like I felt like it was almost too easy.
Yeah.
So, I'd smoke a little weed and kind of just like float through, and I just didn't have a lot of anxiety. I had a lot of confidence. Like when you're 19, 20, 21, you feel like you could do anything. Right. And then I think part of why pot turns is like you start to have responsibilities. Yeah. There are pressures, there are consequences, and there's a lot to worry about.
Yeah.
You think too much.
Yeah. But yeah, pot was my story for a long time.
And then, okay, so you started there, and then as it progressed, how did it progress?
Well, I mean, I can really pinpoint it to when my dad passed away in 2006. Mm-hmm. It was like sudden, I jumped on a plane back to New York and there was just a lot to deal with. My mom had suffered from some mental illness. Mm. She was put in a hospital for a manic depressive episode. Mm. I have 3 sisters. I actually made a movie about this called Sister, which Barbara Hershey played my mom. Reed Scott played me. But as far as my turning to alcohol goes, I remember alcohol getting me through that week and thinking, oh my God, if drinking can get me through this craziness, it could probably get me through anything. And weed had stopped working, right? So I didn't really have anything else to turn to. So alcohol became the answer for me. And ironically, my dad was very high functioning alcoholic, but like drank double or triple scotches, a few every single night of his life.
Wow.
And I think probably contributed to his heart attack at 64,
Yeah.
Wow.
But it's ironic. The week of his passing is when I picked the torch up from his drinking.
And so what did that look like for you? Like the progression of that and your alcohol consumption?
It was fine for a while. I'm trying to think back. That was 2006. It took me a bunch of years to realize it was really getting in the way. But by 2012, some of my friends noticed, they'd smell it on my breath during the day kind of thing.
And are you working? Like, are you doing shows, filming during this time?
Yeah. Yeah, those were tough career times. Okay. I had started writing. Oh God, I was like developing stuff and nothing was getting made. The acting I had kind of put on hold. The last show I did was Sabrina the Teenage Witch. I did for a long time. And that ended in 2003. So it was a tough time career-wise. But yeah, by 2012, some of my good friends and my wife were like, you need to go away somewhere. You need help.
Yeah.
And they called a good friend of ours from growing up, who I'm sure you guys know. She's got a PhD now, but she is an interventionist. She has a whole recovery business. And she was like, you're going to Karen Foundation in Pennsylvania. And I remember saying, no, I'm not.
Did you think at this time, were you like, okay, I might have a little issue? Or
yeah, I did, of course. But I thought I didn't know how it would be impossible to stop.
Right.
So I just begged everyone to let me at least try this on my own. And at least this woman said to me, you can get off on the 3rd floor right now, or you can call me back when you get to the basement. Mm-hmm. And that really stuck with me. And I think my kids, I had 2 kids at the time. They were off at camp. This is like end of June.
Yeah.
I was in New York and I thought I have a month now. And somehow I just took the opportunity.
Wow.
Yeah. Terrified, but it was a life-changing month.
So what did that month change for you? Like, what did the process look like? You're your first time in treatment, and what did that feel like for you?
I mean, the first couple of days I was so scared. I remember just, not having alcohol. I remember worrying that I'd never laugh again. Like, how am I going to enjoy anything when I get out of here? How am I going to do anything? How am I going to socialize? Like, the thought of living without alcohol was really terrifying, but shortly, I mean, I met some really great guys that were, when you start to you connect with people who are going through the same thing, and suddenly you're like, oh, okay, I'm laughing. These guys are going through it too. I had no idea what the 12 steps were. I didn't know anything about alcoholism. I mean, I was really naive to all of this. So it was like every day was mind blowing. And we did, work on sort of like unresolved trauma. I remember.
Listen, nobody wakes up one day and thinks, what'll be fun? Going to rehab. But sometimes life gets messy, and the bravest thing that you can do is admit that you need a reset.
At Oak Forest Recovery, we're not here to judge. We've been there. We know what it's like. We've been scared. We've been alone, using comedy and jokes to cover it all up. The good news is you don't have to do it alone. We have the tools, we've got the community, and we even have good coffee.
If you or someone you love is struggling, come see us. Healing doesn't have to be boring. It can even be fun, and we're here to help.
This one therapist, like, having me carry a book for every responsibility, every person I felt responsible for. Because like I said, I had my mom who was, mentally ill, these 3 sisters, my wife, my kids, and she had me carry a book for everyone I felt responsible for until I couldn't even hold it all. Things like that where they try and figure out why did you turn to alcohol? At some point it's the obsession to drink goes away. It doesn't take too long. But then it's well, the problem wasn't alcohol. That was the false solution to something else. So that led me down a whole path of therapy and self-discovery and spirituality, self-improvement. All that comes along with this is trying to become a better person every day. And that's why I'm happy I went through that. I'm happy I had a problem with alcohol because I never would have questioned my life or who I am and how many amazing ways there are to grow and things to learn and people to connect with and really be present and hear things. And, when you talk about your program, it's I'll hear something from someone and I'll write it down and boom, that practice now is part of my life.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just exciting.
Yeah.
Did you start working the 12 steps pretty quickly?
I did not. I somehow didn't hear that part of it.
I did that for a good 10 years, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I feel like that's everybody that first gets sober. It's just
until you're ready. I was in the rooms for over a decade before I heard here, you actually have to do work, I just didn't hear it until I was ready to hear it, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. And now it's all I hear.
Yeah.
Every speaker, anyone will say the magic is in the steps. You got to, get your sponsor, do the steps, do the steps, do the steps. But no, I didn't. I think I got a sponsor for the first few months. He lived out in Malibu. I would drive out there and he'd give me writing to do. And I just kind of blew it off. I did have a great home group. I had a nice network of people. But no, I never did the steps. I never worked with a sponsor. I never became a sponsor. And that was a problem.
And when you say it was a problem, how did it become a problem?
I was sober for 7 years, really happily, peacefully sober. And then I started to dabble. And it progressed on me.
Yeah.
So
dabble with alcohol?
Yeah.
Is that where it started?
What?
The dabbling, it didn't start with weed or something.
No.
It started with I'm gonna have a glass of wine, and then it just kind of.
It's I'm cured. I think I could have one now.
I did. I think I was in Ibiza and had some rosé and thought, oh, I'm in Spain.
This is okay.
I'm not gonna take this home with me, and if I do, I know exactly what to do this time.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I'm pretty ashamed of it because it's like opening Pandora's box. Having that one glass of rosé is the dumbest thing. I knew what would happen. It took 4 years or maybe longer, but I had to start over again, and doing it all the things I didn't do last time. I mean, I'm happy I fucked around with it because. Obviously,
it's an important lesson to learn, I think.
Yeah.
For me, I had to because I didn't really. First of all, I didn't hold on to step one. I thought, was it really that bad?
Yeah.
It's been 7 years. I'll never forget that again. One glass of wine. 5 years later, I'm going to be sneaking drinks all day, and I it'll be out of control.
Yeah.
I took a job 2 years ago, as creative director on this comedy tour for Rocket Mortgage. And I was going city to city with a bunch of comedians who, you know, drink all night, they sleep all day, and no wife, no kids, hotel rooms in airports. And it was like, I don't know. I let it get so far away from me that the main comedian who had put the tour together called my friends back home, who called my wife. And when a bunch of comedians think you're drinking too much, it's like, maybe there's a problem.
Yeah. So what did that look like? Did they like intervene on you, or what happened?
Yeah. You know, my friends called me over for a barbecue, and they said, just knock it off. Like, you know, so-and-so called
You're
us.
You're going to fuck this up.
Yeah, you have all these opportunities. Yeah. And I was just like, you smoke pot every day. You drink more than I do. Like, shut up, you know. But I hear you. Thank you. I hear you. And then I had a Super Bowl party, and I had a drink or two, and my buddy smelled it on me and he and my wife called this woman again, who had basically saved me, you know, in 2012. Get off on
the third floor instead of the basement.
Yep.
Yeah.
And she was like, all right, let's do this again. And again, I was like, no. So I did it again. I went to La Ventana.
Oh, really?
And this was Valentine's Day of last year. So I'll have a year in 3 weeks.
Oh my gosh, exciting.
Again.
Yeah.
And I had to open my mind to having a new experience. Because at first I was like, I've done this. I know everything.
Yeah.
Let me just remember what I did back at Karen. I'll just do it right this time. But no, I needed that time there, because that's a great, really special place. There's a guy named Ty there. Do you know Ty?
Yeah.
Just when I talk about not just like the 12 steps, the spiritual principles, you know, these things aren't just words. These are like ways to live. Like each one of them, everything I learned there was so important, and it was a completely new experience. And now I do have a great sponsor. I'm on step 9, which is a bitch. But I really am excited to like now start sponsoring people. Yeah. And, you know, Natanya Ross and I are now opening a place, because I got so inspired by La Ventana because, you know, as you guys know, because you have one, a really impactful treatment facility is the most amazing thing I've ever seen, because you take people at their worst possible time when they're completely hopeless, and you meet them where they are. And after a certain amount of time, like, you bring them back to life, you give them hope and bring joy back to them, some kind of freedom and peace. And then you affect all the people in their peripheral, right? Their family, their kids, their friends. You return them back to all these other people. It's like this amazing chain reaction.
It's a beautiful thing. Yeah.
Yeah. That's great. Wow. Yeah. I didn't know you went to La Ventana. That makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of private about it, but like, I'm happy to talk about it. They all love you. I mean, great. Gwen was like, oh, tell RJ I say hi.
Yeah, I love Gwen.
They're really good people over there, and they really care. You know, and they would take us to your meeting. You have like
the bonfire?
Thursday night.
Yeah.
The bonfire meeting.
Great outdoor meeting. Dogs so cool, running around.
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah.
Love that. That's so cool, man. Wow. That's rad.
Yeah. Yeah. And they still have an alumni meeting every Saturday morning. I go back there. There's 50 people strong.
Yeah.
People with 2 years, 4 years, 5 years. And then the newcomers that just got there are still, you know, they bring them over to that alumni meeting, and it keeps like everybody still connected. Because when I went to Karen in Pennsylvania, it was funny. I looked at my big book, you know, about a year ago, and I had 20 guys sign my book. Like we're going to be best friends forever.
And never talked to them again.
No,
I know.
Dude, I never talked to any of them.
I know.
And the fact that I can see all my friends from La Ventana on Saturday morning at 9 is huge.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's really nice. So I feel like when you go to treatment somewhere that you can actually like be involved with the community afterwards, there's something so special about that.
It's so true.
And it's such a good way to stay plugged in,
Yep.
you know? And then you have people that like, if they don't see you for a little while, they'll be like, hey, Where are you?
God, yes.
What are you doing?
If someone's in trouble, I'm on a group chat with 20 people that live near me that are like an army of support.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. I've got to meet clients that have come, through finding Forest through my platform. And I think that's been one of the most special things. And then seeing them, I've seen people come in the beginning, and then I've seen them, at Bonfire or after, and seeing like the light come back in their eyes and what a great experience they're having. And this new, community that they have now that could last for the rest of their lives and has set them up like for a successful recovery. And I think that's one of the most beautiful things.
How long were you there this time?
I did 30 days at residential.
Right.
And then I decided with my wife and with Lisa, the woman that we were talking about, I did two weeks at sober living. Just to give me a little bit of a buffer. And then I moved back home. I only live 30 minutes from there. So I continued with their IOP for another at least month and a half.
Yeah. Rad.
Had you done IOP the first time?
When I went to Karen, I did 30 days and then
you were like, I'm good. I'm cured. Actually.
I think that's what it was like 13 years ago.
Yeah.
It's like 30 days and out. And now, that's not enough.
Yeah.
I think it's really hard, especially your first time, like trying to be in recovery and trying to get sober, to know what it actually takes before, like you said, like you're really grateful that your relapse happened and stuff like that. I was a chronic relapser for a long time.
Really?
And it took me many, 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 many times to like finally get to the point where I was like, okay, there's not a way that I can do this successfully, because I was very delusional around it. And like I had to go through every single one of those processes to figure out that, okay, I have to do all of these things. But sometimes I feel like in that first round, you really have no idea what you're combating.
No. You're basically listening to your insurance company.
Exactly.
Like, oh, you're cured.
Yeah.
For sure.
We're not going to pay anymore.
Yeah.
But now I feel like, I don't know whether it was the Affordable Care Act or something. Now it comes with PHP and IOP.
Like that.
Even your insurance says, no, you need to stick around. You need to drop down to this. You need to drop down to that. I mean, I feel like really 90 days is what it should be.
Yeah,
for sure.
Well, because the longer you have with a structured program, the more likely you are to actually succeed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Because if you're just in a residential 30-day treatment and then you just go back out into the real world and you don't implement anything, because you're in like a little bubble and then you're just, out in the real world with no other programming, it's a lot harder to stay sober in those situations.
Yeah.
So today you're opening up a facility, which hopefully is like right around the corner.
Yeah. Eternal hope.
Are you still working in the industry?
In the entertainment industry?
Yeah.
Yes. So, Christine and I do this podcast every week, which is great. We just, we interview really cool people. We had Adam Scott drop today. We had Michael Rappaport last week. And I just did a part on the new Yellowstone series called Marshals. We shot that in Park City.
Ooh.
That'll air in March. I'm producing a documentary. And then I have another doc series based on the podcast called 90's Mixtapes at Fox. It's like profiles of the 90's.
Yeah.
Look, what I saw happening in entertainment a while ago was, scripted stuff was kind of going down. It wasn't as much stuff happening, and podcasting, documentaries, comedy is still exploding. So I'm really, we're looking to put another comedy tour together with Liquid Death. So I would do all the creative direction and film all the comedians, the BT, the behind the scenes and all that stuff.
Right.
Sober this time though.
Yeah. What's the documentary on?
It's called The Feeling of Greatness. This golfer named Mo Norman, who was like considered the Rain Man of golf. He was severely on the spectrum, really mistreated throughout his career. It was like back in the 70s when, you could you could mistreat someone with that handicap. And, golf is the most traditional, you have to conform and tuck your shirt in and act cool. And he was Canadian, so he set like 40 course records. He's still known to have the greatest golf swing in the history of the game. I mean, Tiger Woods and DeChambeau, all these guys say he was the greatest ball striker. And he was invited to the Masters because he was the Canadian champion, and it was a disaster. Like, he was living out of his car at the time.
Really?
It's the most interesting underdog story. So we're doing a documentary on him based on a book called The Feeling of Greatness and the legacy that
and so what happened to him? How he just, because he was on the spectrum, he just couldn't ever like get it together. And
he went back to Canada. He tried the Masters twice. And to get invited to the Masters, you have to be
one of the best,
top 100 in the world or something. And he just couldn't stand the scrutiny and the being made fun of, so he went back to Canada and just played on the Canadian tour for the rest of his life, making not good money. This is like in the 70s, but there would be prizes that came with his tournament wins, so he would pre-sell the prizes, like whether it was a car or appliances, even like he would pre-sell them knowing he would win and keep the cash. It's such an interesting story because it's a guy that, like, it's amazing that he could take care of himself, and he used golf as like his like savior, that's where everything made sense.
How did you find this? How did you get
my
into this?
Entertainment attorney represents the guy who owns
the rights.
The rights.
Yeah.
This guy, Todd Graves, opened a chain of golf schools teaching Mo Norman swing, the single plane swing. And he was very good friends with him towards the end of Mo's life, and just wants to like pay tribute to him. And, sports documentaries are so popular now.
Right.
Yeah.
And this would be like,
that's something I would watch.
Yeah. It's like
so interesting.
The greatest golfer most people have never heard of, but every pro golfer reveres him.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it should be cool.
Yeah, that's really interesting. So would you go to the pro golfers and get them to talk about him? And
Yeah, that's what we're doing now. We're trying to get a list of anyone that would sit down with us and talk. But
I feel like that'd be such an interesting process, man. Making a documentary. I just like
I've never done it.
Cool, man.
I went and brought it to a really great documentary filmmaker. So I'm just producing this one. I'm not directing it, but a guy named Chris Stanford is directing, and he does amazing documentaries.
I love documentaries.
I know,
I can
right?
watch docs all day.
Me too.
Yeah.
They're like the best things around.
Yeah, they really are. And I feel like every single docu series or documentary that I see, like if you just see it dropping on a streaming platform, it's always within like a few days of it dropping, it's usually at number one. Yeah. Because everyone loves a documentary.
Did you see the John Candy one?
No.
Maybe.
It's called I Like Me.
No, did it just come out?
What is it on?
It's like a month ago. I believe it's Hulu. Who made that one?
I feel
was
like
it Colin
I did.
Hanks? It's a beautiful documentary. Maybe Ryan Reynolds. The John Candy one was amazing, and then the Billy Joel. Did you see the Billy Joel doc series?
No.
I saw it on and I started it, but I haven't gotten through
it's phenomenal.
I've actually been watching this docuseries, and I can't remember what it's like the dark side of the 90's or something like that. Yeah. I've been watching that every time at the hotel. They always have it on, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's on like regular cable TV because I don't know if it's streaming on anything. I can't remember what Netflix. Channel. Maybe it is on Netflix, but I always find it when I'm just scrolling through when I'm at the hotel and I'm like going through the guide and I'm like, it's on, and there's always multiple episodes on it, and I'm like obsessed with it.
Yeah. And it really is the dark side of the 90's. It's like all the shit that went on.
Right. Yeah. It's really good.
What was that like working in the entertainment industry in the 90's?
It was so much fun. Yeah. I mean, like were we on when I was telling you about that?
What do you mean? Yeah.
About auditioning in the 90's?
No.
Yeah, I mean, I came out here and like you had this camaraderie, you had this community of actors, right? Because you'd show up for an audition at Warner Brothers or Paramount, and there'd be all the guys you're auditioning against who are your friends, you know, and you'd all talk about what are you up for and what's going on. And I just had a great group of actor friends, and it was like being part of a community. And there was so much work. I mean, there were opportunities for everyone. So you didn't feel like, oh, fuck, he got that. Or, you know, you'd be like, cool, awesome for you. I'm doing this. And it was just, it felt like steady work for like 20 years.
What caused you to choose to become a part of the Oak Forest team?
The first time we came out, I was like, oh my gosh, this is my family. These are my best friends now. And I immediately felt very drawn to the Oak Forest community. I think it's really beautiful, from just the bonfire meeting and people not even necessarily needing to go through Oak Forest to go to that. And then also knowing that they have this safe community, or if someone needs help, they can go through this program that has changed so many lives. I love that it's like a family and tribe, like you call it. From seeing how many people have gone through there and then decide to work at Oak Forest and help others and want to stay in that community because they love it so much, I think that's truly something I haven't seen anywhere else.
And it was an exciting time. It really was.
What was your favorite time?
In entertainment?
Yeah. Which thing did you film, or what?
I did this movie called White Squall for Ridley Scott, and it was 8 guys. It was me, Scott Wolf, Jeremy Sisto, Ryan Philippe, Balthazar Getty, Ethan Embry, and Eric Michael Cole, and Jason Marsden. And we shot 6 months all over the world. I mean, it was, and Jeff Bridges. We spent 2 months in the Caribbean, St. Vincent, St. Lucia, Grenada.
Ooh.
Then we went to London. We went to Cape Town, South Africa. And then we went to this island of Malta off the coast of Sicily. Mm. And we were there for 2 months. They have these giant tanks. So they built the ship that we were on in the tank, and it's about a boat that goes down in a white squall in a storm.
Yeah.
So they could, the ship was on hydraulics, so we could shoot as the ship is sinking and
and then pull it back out.
Yeah. So, but you know, they don't make movies they don't shoot for 6 months anymore. That was like my college. Like, I felt like those are my frat brothers.
Yeah.
We went through hell and back together.
God, that was so cool, man. It's rad.
Yeah, talk about drugs. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wait, can you tell us?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, those guys, you know what though? I think they're all sober.
Are they?
I mean, I know Balthazar's sober.
Yeah.
But like, we were all at that turning point. I think we were all like, I was 23 or 24. And it was just like, try anything. Yeah. Anytime.
That's the age and the timeline, I feel like, is going to happen, you know?
Yeah. And then you meet people.
And you guys are on movie sets. Yeah. You got money. You got, you know what I mean? It's just like.
That's true. Oh my God.
Did people recognize you guys when you were traveling all over?
Yeah. I don't remember that really being part of it. I mean, Scott was on Party of Five at the time, and I think I would just finish Blossom. I did the show Blossom for a long time.
I loved Blossom.
But yeah, it was always there were a couple of guys who were more advanced in their drug use. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So. Like, why not try crack or what, you know? It was like
that's what I always say.
You know, it was that time where you're just like, let's do anything. I even did. I tried acid for the one and only time in my life on the island of Malta. I mean, I can't say his name, but me and one of the other actors, and we still to this day we can just make quotes from that trip.
Yeah.
It was like 2 days. It wouldn't end.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was like it was a little tab with a Bart Simpson on it that we got downtown in Malta. And I think when the guy had said it was quadruple dipped, like I didn't know what that means.
Yeah.
But we tripped for like 2 days. Like craziness.
Did you have like any sort of bad trip, or was it all great?
No, it was really fun. We laughed our asses off.
Oh, that's great.
But at some point, you're like, "Is this ever going to end?"
Yeah.
Like,
then you get to like,
trapped?
is this forever?
Yeah.
Is this who I am now?
Right. I'm like, we had the weekend off, but like, it's going to be Monday.
Yeah, we got to go to work tomorrow. Oh man.
Yeah, it's funny they use all these like drugs now for therapies.
I think it's really cool though.
Is
you
it?
know, I don't know. It's still like a realm of, but I think that they're finding medicinal. Like we were just talking about, and I've said this about a million times now. Even for GLP-1s, they're researching that for like cravings for addiction, not just weight loss. And I think it's really cool that they're just way more open to finding different, areas of treatment or things that may help with it, because addiction has been an issue since the beginning of time, and there's really no cure for it, right? Unless you go and you do actual work. But I think that the science around things and them doing research is really advancing in a lot of different ways. So I think
that is exciting.
Yeah,
if you can take medication to
help
right? with addiction.
Yeah.
There's one drug that, let me find it. I was reading about this the other day. It's for opioid addiction.
Ibogaine?
I think that's what it is. Yeah. It was
like when people go in the forest and then they trip on it and then...
It's a psychedelic.
Yeah. Probably Ibogaine.
Yeah, I think it got like cleared in Texas.
Did
right?
it?
Yeah. Ibogaine's like this...
Oh, wow.
The governor
Iboga or Ibogaine. Yeah,
he was on Joe Rogan talking about...
Yes, that's where I saw it. I saw it on Rogan.
Okay.
Yeah, they're going to start doing Ibogaine clinics in Texas. Isn't that crazy?
Wow, that's
like I wouldn't have thought Texas.
Yeah, I mean,
it's crazy.
It's kind of weird, honestly, when I think about Texas on other levels of thing, and then they're like, hell yeah, Ibogaine.
Governor Abbott coming on the Rogan podcast saying, no, we want to pass this.
Well, first of all, Rogan's in Austin.
Rogan is in Austin.
Which is a very special city in Texas.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of the great Texas mindset, but also a lot of great liberal thinking.
Yes.
Also.
For sure.
Yeah, Austin is different. I haven't really discovered the rest of it. I kind of stay in Austin,
Yeah, you probably can't sell psychedelics in Dallas, but
no, probably not. I don't think that Austin's it's got its little thing. That's pretty cool.
My first time in Austin, I remember like seeing people there were people outside, on every street like advocating for something like women's rights and stuff like this. I'm like, am I in Texas? Like,
it's not like Austin is not like the rest of Texas. It's like its own little special
little bubble,
hippie weird place.
Yes,
totally. That's what it is. Keep Austin weird. It's not as weird, I will say, since a lot of the California people have come. It's not.
Everything great gets corrupted.
It always does.
It's just life at this point, I guess.
So the future, man. Get this detox going.
Yeah, so we have it's a residential detox, 6 beds. Okay. And, Natanya's been in this business for like 18 years. I only knew her through the entertainment business.
I was just about to say, I've heard from Jenna, Natanya.
Natanya was on a big show on Nickelodeon also when she was younger. And then the Babysitters Club movies. And she went through her own story, got recovery, and then went into this business
and industry.
I was meeting with my sponsor months and months ago, and we were doing my 4th step, my inventory, and so much resentment towards the entertainment business. Like I didn't even realize the up and down and the fear and the not feeling worthy even when it's good, or fear when it's bad. And he was like, let's talk about other things. Like what, if you were going to make a pivot or add something to your career, what excites you?
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what, right now, this is what excites me. Like bettering myself, spirituality, helping others, like my recovery excites me. So he said, well, do you know Natanya Ross? And I'm like, yeah, the actress. And he's like, just call her, ask her what she does. And then I spoke to my therapist at La Ventana. She's like, oh, I love Natanya. Definitely call her. And I was like, I called her. I'm like, I didn't even know you were in this business.
Yeah.
And she's like, let me explain everything to you. And that just kind of opened my eyes to like that this could be a career move, Right. I mean, as you guys know, there's amazing work to be done here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good work, man.
And like,
it's hard work.
Did you go, are you sober?
Yeah.
Right. So like, I feel like you can take the best parts of what you've experienced and seen and put it all into one program.
In your experience with treatment, how special is Oak Forest?
Oak Forest is very special. I've had my fair share of treatment experiences. I've even worked in treatment myself. And Oak Forest is like something I've never really experienced before. And I think that it's almost something that like cannot be replicated anywhere else, at least from what I've seen, right? And so it's just like this community and the love and the support that goes from the beginning of the process, and not even just with the clients, with the families, with everything else. Like everything that I have seen goes above and beyond. And like beyond, even as like all of these people are being employed long after they have completed treatment, right? And I think that right there says everything.
Like I remember there was even like a group on meditation, like how to meditate, a group on journaling, like writing now has become part of my program. I never would have thought of that.
Right.
Or studying the spiritual principles, like having to write on those things. Like, I don't know, like I feel like we're going to make Eternal Hope a place where it's the best of all the different things we've seen and experienced, and not forcing everything on anyone. Like the 12 steps have to be introduced.
Yeah.
But it's like meeting them where they are, even if you have to just do a group on just step 1, 2, and 3. Let's just talk about it. Let's write about it. And you know, when you leave, you don't have to, but we suggest this is the best way to do it.
Right. And that's the way to do it. Because I will tell you, as a hard-headed client in a lot of treatment centers, when someone was like, you have to do this, I was like, no, I don't.
Right. Find a God of your understanding right now.
And then I went to a treatment center that was kind of like and this doesn't work for everyone, because I've had a lot of friends that they needed that, like, you need to do this. But then I went to a treatment center that they were like, you can do this, this, or this, and you can kind of just pick.
And that resonated
what
more.
You want. Yeah. I was in my sick mind. I was like, don't fucking tell me what to do. You know, like, don't tell me what to do. So you kind of had to do that. What's it, reverse psychology almost on me, make me think I have control over the situation. And that worked a little better. Yeah, I didn't, but like, you know, it worked.
And once you start discussing, you know, are you powerless over your addiction? Like, most people will get interested in that conversation and open their mind to the ways that their addiction has messed with them and taken control away from them. And then it's not hard to admit that you're powerless over your drug or of choice, you know? Right. It just takes some thought and discussion.
I think it just needs to be presented sometimes in the right way, you know, because like I said, I was very hard-headed for a long time, and I fought every ounce of, like I said, I was in the rooms for 10 years, and I was like, I heard, you know, get a sponsor, work the steps, do these things, and like my brain just refused to, and I kept relapsing. And I'm like, I don't understand why this is happening, you know, like I'm going to meetings, I'm making friends, I'm getting a new boyfriend every time I come in here, I'm doing all the things I'm supposed to do, and I just couldn't stay sober. But then, you know, one day it was just presented to me in a way that hit my brain, I guess. It's just like everyone's journey looks a little different.
I feel
do you guys, do you introduce the 12 steps in your program?
Oh yeah, big time. Yeah. Big time.
Yeah, big 12 step for sure.
Yeah. Very high accountability, no bullshit type of place, Oak Forest. Yeah.
It is the best. I feel like even non-addicts should do the step work.
I see. Yeah. I'm like, normies could definitely benefit. Everyone could benefit. It's just a program to be a better person, you know, and like look at your shit and be honest and help other people.
Let go of some
let go.
resentments and shit. Like some non-addicts are the most miserable people I know.
Oh, 100%. Sure. That's why I'm grateful every day that I have this, you know, like I have this and I get to do these things. Are they always what I want to do all the time? No. Sometimes I'm like, ugh, I don't want to do this. But the fact that I get to, and I get to live my life a certain way, and I we have these rooms that we can go to and these people we can connect with. It's like a lot of just like normal people don't have that. They don't have a community they can lock into. They don't have, like they have to really branch out and be like, oh, maybe I'll do like a pottery class or something. And you're not like deep diving into your trauma and like what's wrong with you, in those situations. So I think the fact that like, I think we really are very blessed.
That's so lucky
to have such a tight community. It's cool.
Yeah. I just think that everyone has to reach their full measure. You know what I mean? It's like, it's kind of like what your friend said, the interventionist. It's like, she was like, do you want to get off of the third floor or do you want to hit the basement? But it's like, I think people have to hit the basement.
Yeah.
Most their own version of it. Like whatever that looks like.
The gift of desperation.
You just have to hit that place where, because I feel like almost like 95% of people, their first time getting sober, will see all the things. They'll be like, okay, that's great. I think that's really awesome. Well, it's cool. You'll hear it, but you won't actually put in the level of work that's necessary.
Yeah. Because you don't know yet. You really don't know. Yeah, because it's a learning process. And every like chronic relapser, me, every time I relapse, I would learn something different, and then until eventually it just got so terrible that I was like willing to actually do whatever the hell was suggested of me. But it takes time. Every time you learn, I don't know very many people that get it in
their
one
first time.
No.
Well, I think like what you said, you were like, I was very naive.
Yeah.
I think that's the story for everybody their first time getting sober.
Well, I thought the magic was the obsession to drink was gone.
Right.
That's the magic of it. Wow,
right.
I did it.
Yeah.
And I got some of the other stuff. I love the community. I had this meeting, this church on Moore Park in Studio City, upstairs. The greatest people. I loved it. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I was there. I was secretary for 6 months and so into the meetings, but then COVID hit. That was,
shit got weird.
Wasn't into the Zoom
shit got really weird.
It got really weird in COVID, man.
But I think the magic really is the greatest gift is just like peace of mind, not having to be ashamed of anything, not having to remember my lies or sneak and also being present and helpful to the people that I love. Like there's so many gifts of this program and they're so far beyond just not wanting to drink.
Right.
That's what, but the last time, that's what I thought the whole magic was.
Yeah.
I don't want to drink. Like, oh my God, I did it.
Yeah. I can't wait for you to start sponsoring. I feel like that if you like helping people, dude, there's so much like magic and just.
I've heard that.
Yeah. It's pretty tight.
Yeah. There's so many people that need this too. It's like crazy.
Yeah.
I heard this woman get up and speak the other day on Sunday morning, and some of my friends had gone to her son's funeral, but they was like, do you have a burning desire? She got up and she said, a lot of you knew my son. He was 42. He just couldn't get it. I wish he could have gotten the magic of this program. And he'd come in and out, in and out, in and out. And she said, my last conversation with him was, he said, Mom, I keep using because there's no consequences. And she's like, he got some bad ketamine. It had fentanyl and he died. Shit. And they had their funeral the day before. And she said, I wish I could go back and tell him no consequences. Yeah. You're going to die tomorrow, So like, I feel like it's so much more dangerous now too. If you have a friend or someone's kid or someone that's out there using, it's like a Russian roulette. Yeah.
Well, even now, just not even someone that's using, like I talk to other parents all the time because I'm a big advocate for like having Narcan in every household. And I have a teenage son. I'm very open with him. It's like, this is not how it was when I was growing up where you can experiment with things. Right. You know what I mean? Like there's no more innocent experimenting anymore because you experiment now and there's something in it and you're dead and like that's it. There's no like oops sorry, like your whole life is gone. So it's just different. It's different times. It's very scary. Yeah.
And I feel like even if people are young, like I know this 23-year-old kid that's out here in treatment, my friend's son, and I keep telling him because he's like, oh, how am I going to do this? Like even when I'm done with sober living, I'm going to want to go to bars and all this. And I'm like, you can go to bars, you can go to music, you can do everything. It's, and enjoy it just as much.
Yeah.
Like I promise you.
Yeah.
It's hard for young people.
It's really hard.
But I think it's like, what an amazing life if you can get this in your 20s.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to get through to a young person.
Yeah. RJ knows.
Yeah.
Well, you have a lot of young adults, right?
That's what we do. I mean,
yeah.
You gotta, you have to make it appealing,
Yeah, it's like it's not going to hold you back from anything. You can hang with all your friends. You can go,
but then they don't believe it. You know what I mean?
They don't. You don't
believe it.
You almost have to until you experience
it. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's tricky.
Yeah,
working in treatment is tricky.
Listen, nobody wakes up one day and thinks, it'll be fun going to rehab. But sometimes life gets messy, and the bravest thing that you can do is admit that you need a reset.
At Oak Forest Recovery, we're not here to judge. We've been there. We know what it's like. We've been scared. We've been alone, using comedy and jokes to cover it all up. The good news is you don't have to do it alone. We have the tools, we've got the community, and we even have good coffee.
If you or someone you love is struggling, come see us. Healing doesn't have to be boring. It can even be fun, and we're here to help.
You watch people just
you wish you could just like download it straight to their brain.
You realize how little control you have, I think, working in treatment.
Yeah.
You can cultivate like this really fertile ground and hope that little miracles happen. But I feel like recovery happens in this place that you can't create. You know what I mean? Like you can't manufacture it. Like little miracles have to happen. Mm-hmm. Right? Like you had to go through all of your experience, which took all those years to then end up at La Ventana and like be with Ty and Gwen. Yeah. And these little miracles happen. And then you're like, oh. And then you get connected with Natanya and you're just like, oh. And it's like no one could have made that. True. You know what I mean?
Nothing is coincidence. Everything happens exactly how it's supposed to.
Yeah. It's just like these miracles have to happen.
Yeah.
And it's like you have to create a sort of experience where enough miracles hopefully happen for somebody that on the other end of it, they're like, wow, like amazed.
So true. I feel like though with the program that you create, at least introduce something that your clients know is a solution. Mm-hmm. They might want to leave and come back to it at another time, but they'll know, oh, there is a better way, right. At some point. But yeah, to get it during the 90 days that you have them, it's what are the odds?
Yeah, it's hard to stick the landing,
What is there a statistic on what percentage of people stay sober after?
What I've seen, most so we consider somebody a successful graduate if they've completed the 12 steps, are sponsoring somebody, have full-time or part-time employment, so they're self-supporting, and moving out on their own, right? So that would be a successful grad. 90% of the people that achieve that stay sober.
Yeah.
Right? And the 10% that don't, they come back quickly.
Yeah. Right.
And then the opposite is true for, I would say, 90% of people that don't finish, that don't become self-supporting, seem to relapse and come back. Mm-hmm. It's really interesting. It's like very obvious.
Obvious why?
Yeah, it's like very obvious. Like the data just seems like it's so obvious.
And the fact that you can't force someone to do it.
You can't. I mean, you can present it and you can show the data, and it's just like, no. Yeah.
Yeah. They got to hear the message over and over and over.
Yeah, and sometimes they could hear it 100 times and it's still not going to click until all of a sudden you can say, who was I? I was just talking to someone about this the other night, is like with sponsees sometimes, like you can tell them the same thing over and over and over and watch them do this cycle. And then one day they'll just regurgitate your own words like they just came up with
right.
it. And you're like, I've been telling you this for how long? It's just like sometimes it just, divine
something
timing.
I
don't know. I don't know, but it's like the components to which someone realizes or like is willing or gets the gift of desperation. Like you can't force any of these things to happen.
That's the God
which
thing,
is crazy.
right?
Unless you're that guy that brings people to rock bottom. Remember we were talking about. But it's just it's a tough thing to not be able to control someone's whole thing. You know, they have to be willing to do it themselves. Which is
sobriety's a miracle. It's like it's a miracle.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
But that chain reaction too, though. It's like the paying it forward as a way to keep yourself healthy. Mm-hmm. It's just like it's amazing. Like Bill W. and Dr. Bob were like frantically looking for other alcoholics, like to stay sober.
Yeah.
And that's what it is, right? Your sponsees keep you sober and growing and learning, right? Through their experience. And then they'll pay it forward to keep themselves. It's like a nuclear reaction.
Yeah. It's really cool.
It is so really brilliant, right? Yeah. Like the Big Book was like, there was some divine intervention on the writing of that whole thing.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah. People dissect it like they do the Torah.
I know, dude. It's crazy. It's all over the world. Like it just
every line is there's so much meaning behind it.
Yeah. Well, it's a life-saving book.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. People put their life into it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like they stake their life on it.
And it's even like more than that. Like there's a part in the book where he says like, we found somewhat of a utopia in these rooms. And I was thinking like, the idea that non-addicts start maybe reading this, like the way the world is in a AA room. If the world was like that,
it'd be so great.
I mean, right? There'd be no wars and like everyone's supportive. We're all in this together. It's like this beautiful unity where everyone's rooting for each other. We don't shoot our wounded and there's no judgment. We're all different, but yet we have something so in common. There's something so beautiful in just the way that the Big Book and the AA community live together, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. There's nothing like it.
It's inspiring.
Honestly. Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Well, I'm glad you came out, man.
Yeah. This was fun.
Thanks so much.
How can people find you?
My podcast is called Hey Dude, the 90's called. It's on Spotify, Apple, YouTube. We're actually doing on January 31st a Hey Dude cast reunion live back in Tucson at the ranch where we filmed the show.
Oh, that's exciting.
So that's cool. You can follow me at David Lascher on socials and at Hey Dude, the 90's called on socials. And Marshals should come out in March. I play a lawyer called Andrew Schroeder.
And you said it's by the same creator as Yellowstone?
Yeah.
Same writer, Tyler?
Same.
It's no, he exec produces it. Taylor Sheridan exec produces, but it's the same character, Casey Dutton, who played Costner's son, and it follows him.
Got it.
He's still in Montana now fighting his family's battles without them.
Yeah.
But
such a great show, man. I fucking
the
love
Yellowstone
that shit,
universe, dude. I dove down the rabbit hole of 1923 and 1883.
I've watched them all, man.
It's sick, right?
It's sick.
Oh my God, that young
girl.
Who
started it? Was it John Linson and Taylor Sheridan?
Taylor Sheridan.
Or was it all Taylor?
I don't know. I mean, he gets all the credit for it.
Yeah.
The guy's the most prolific writer.
Unbelievable.
I mean, he also does, what's that other show he does? He does Tulsa King. He does Lioness. Landman. You watch Landman?
Landman's great.
I've got to watch that. I keep hearing about Landman.
Billy Bob.
So Billy Bob's the best.
There's just a really good cast of characters.
Yeah. And also Eternal Hope has its own socials also. So you can follow us at Eternal Hope and or Eternal Hope Treatment.
Okay.
And we'll put updates as to when we're finally going to be open.
Very exciting.
Awesome, man. Congrats.
Yay.
Thank you guys.
Cool, brother. Thanks for coming on.
Awesome.